The Phoenix Suns have decided to hire Mike Budenholzer as their next head coach, according to Shams Charania. Shams is claiming that they're expected to reach a 8-figure per year deal. Keep in mind, 8 figures is at least 10 million per year. I expect that they're probably going to pay him a lot of money. I'm predicting somewhere between probably 15 to 20 million a year. Wouldn't surprise me. Do I think it's an overpay? Yes, 100%. Just it's an overpay, and I actually like Mike Budenholzer. I think he's actually a great coach, despite making some boneheaded decisions during his final year in Milwaukee, especially during the playoffs when he decided to load manage Giannis, which was a very dumb decision and played a huge role in costing that series. And he also made some boneheaded coaching decisions in the final minutes of his final game with the Bucks. I remember that. I think it was like an OT game last year with Miami. He really screwed up in that situation, but he is a great coach. I'll give him that. I do think he's good with X's and O's. The reason why this is a bad decision is because there's nothing Mike Budenholzer can do with his current Suns team. They have a flaw that it cannot be fixed. That flaw is Kevin Durant is now old. He cannot play the small forward position anymore because he's too slow to guard threes in this league. So they had to put him at the 4, which creates a dilemma right there because then they have a void at the 3 spot, which they did during the playoffs. And that just opens up a can of worms, as they would say. The only way I feel like they could fix this problem is they need to get a defensive minded center next to Kevin Durant, like a great rim protector. Someone like, for example, like Aiden when he used to be that, but they traded him, which is the irony of that situation. Just they're in a bad situation now. I don't know how they can fix that, but it's really roster construction. The other problem they have is they don't have a legit playmaker. They have Bradley Beal and Devin Booker running their offense, but those guys are just natural scorers. They're not playmakers, but they need a playmaker to get their offense in flow. They don't have that, so I don't know how Mike Budenholzer is going to fix this, but I think this is just like a desperation attempt by Phoenix and their PR people to send a message out to their fans that they're going to be able to fix this issue that this team had in the playoffs this year. I honestly don't think it's going to get better next year for them. If they make it to the playoffs, it's going to be the same result like it was this year. They're going to lose in round 1. This team just has a flawed roster. They would have to make some drastic trades. Like I said, get a playmaker and get a legit rim protector. They have to find those two things out in the market. Also, they needed a legit small forward. They had like Royce O'Neal, I believe, playing the small forward during the playoffs. That's just not going to cut it. Royce sucks. So they're in a world of pain right now. I think hiring Budenholzer might give their fans the illusion that this team can be fixed with the current roster issues, but I don't think it can be fixed. But I can't blame Budenholzer for taking the money he's going to get. That's free money. Coaching is really the best gig in the NBA. I think probably better than other professional sports. I'm not sure. But at least in the NBA, if you get fired, you could still collect all that money. They still had to pay it all out to you. So it's kind of like low risk, high reward, these coaching gigs now that you're guaranteed to get paid regardless of the results. But I just don't see Budenholzer winning at an elite level with this team. I don't see him winning a championship. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this.